Welcome back, everybody, to the Mike Knoxxx Show. And today on the Mike Knoxxx Show, we're supposed to be talking about Clash in Italy. And we will. But did you not just see that Monday Night Raw? I saw that Monday Night Raw. And so we're going to go ahead and talk the fallout of Clash in Italy and what we just saw today. Damn, 1 second I was mad. Now I don't know how to feel. Shit, y'all know I'm a wrestling fan.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing his hair, y'all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings. Yeah, guard feelings cause they might get hurt. Got a hold on this game, H fighting Kurt. 16 years strong, even doing this thing well. While these other dudes losing their edge like Gangrel. Look, find a seat while I ride the beat. When it come to podcast, he's the tribal chief. I'm talking Major, the Genesis, Sega, and anything we still wondering about. That's why we got Michaela. As long as he here, you other dudes might shine. The only brother that can outdo the pipe bomb icon. Do it for the people like The Rock. Welcome to the show, introducing Mike Knoxxx. Yeah. Let's go.
Well, we are back, and damn, what? Vaughn, I was prepared to talk about Clash in freaking Italy. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, which we knew about, I got to see Monday Night Raw. And damn it, Monday Night Raw, you had the audacity to be good. First of all, let's talk about it, guys. First in particulars, make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the Mike Knoxxx Show. Tell a friend to tell a friend we are live here with the show The Pros Listen To, where Barbershop Talks meets radio, where I'm your host, Mike Knoxxx, the $1 Million host, and you're the $1 Million audience. And together, we tag in and out to form the $1 Million Connection. And today, we're going to connect on some shit, okay? We're going to talk about mass versus mass because, really? We're going to talk about Clash of Italy because, I mean, like, really? We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw because, damn it, it just went off the air. And I hate doing a show after Monday Night Raw. That's why I don't do them at 11 o'clock at night no more like we used to for all those years, Vaughn. It's just, you're going to have a chance for things to dissect. But it's hard to talk about Clash of Italy without talking about what we just saw because they go hand in hand, right? WWE is actually getting good at that where when they know they have back-to-back events, let's be honest, the first one might be a little lackluster. The second one is going to actually deliver, okay? The first one you say is Clash Italy. I can say this in all fairness. I thought it was a decent show. I wouldn't give it a super crazy grade. Ain't like I watched Double or Nothing, which nobody wants to talk about that, okay? Let's talk about that. Arguably the greatest wrestling show we've seen all year. And listen, someone say, what? Is he tripping? Is he high? No, I'm not. Because you can't say, oh, WrestleMania Night 2 was better. No, you can't say that. You know why? Because it's called WrestleMania. It's a weekend. You got to get that shit a whole entire grade. Night 1 and night 2 gets a grade. So their compound grade together, it's not better than what I got from Double or Nothing. Okay? But we're not here to talk about Double or Nothing. I missed that show. Wasn't here last week. Memorial Day weekend. Worked overtime. I'm sorry. But for those who want to know what I know, Double or Nothing was that damn good. It really, really was. And everybody who didn't watch it or did not like it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You should have watched it. Stop being that wrestling fan that you are that only watches one programming and don't get a chance to explore how great there is out there for other wrestling. But again, that's a show for a different day. What I will talk about today is what we got last night. Okay, at Clash in Italy that we got last night. And that was simply, like I said, an okay show. It delivered. Now, I myself felt overwhelming or underwhelming, right? Shall I say? Because my expectations of it was higher than what it should have been. Was higher than I wanted more from Tribal Combat. Right? I wanted more. Both Tribal Combats we've seen up until this one had a lot of outside interference in it. But also watching that match and watching it back again, you heard Roman even say things like, I don't need no help to beat you. right? As of last night, talking to Spotface back and forth on the text, we was like, man, and one night they just ruined Oba Femi and Jacob Fatu. That's how I felt yesterday watching it. I hate it because I didn't get a chance to talk about this when we wasn't here, Vaughn. I hated the fact that Brock Lesnar came back. But I said this the night after WrestleMania, or that night of WrestleMania 2, we did do the post show that night. This took the immediate shine to me off of Oba Femi and put it on Brock Lesnar. And I do not like the fake. This is not the same thing that Mark Henry did. This wasn't the same thing. Let's not compare the two. This man he took off his gloves. He took off his boots. It got reported by every single major outlet, sporting outlet. I did not like it because it took the shine off of Oba onto him immediately. And I know black fans, I'm going to say what other black fans said, so I'm going to say in case I did not hear them or follow those kind of black wrestling fans. Immediately, they didn't want to, they took the shine off another black man.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black.
And you don't have to agree with that. That's just how certain wrestling fans feel. Okay, but I fast forward after yesterday. And we're going to talk about it. I'm going to go through them real fast at the end of the show. Okay, but I'm going to fast forward here because what we did get tonight, to me, my damn, where I thought, this is where I say WWE is the greatest Jedi mind fuck tricks in the history of the business of any entertainment business. Okay, they got wrestling fans, Vaughn, cheering for mask versus mask. I say this to people out there. AAA is an all Spanish company. It is rooted in history of lucha libre wrestling. Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser are not Spanish to be. That's not their culture. Let's put it like that. Somebody say, well, they might have 25% Spanish. If Sol Roca can be black, then Ludwig Kaiser can be Spanish. I don't know necessarily their ethnicity, but from my knowledge, they're not Spanish in any kind of way. Okay? Again, and let me say this before wrestling fans, you know how they are, Vaughn. The match was fucking amazing. Okay? The atmosphere was fucking amazing. All I'm saying is that the way they tricked you, you got a country of their lifetime AAA fans and American fans typing in and tuning in to a match of a mask versus mask when we talk. This isn't Rey Mysterio getting his mask removed. This isn't Hogan 2 getting his mask removed where it mattered. This is people. It's the real American. We know what he was. We love the trick. That's what made it funny. That's what makes Roman Reigns tribal chief funny. We know it's Rock's the real tribal chief. But here we go. But the way they make you, I hated them as of yesterday as far as what they were doing with certain people's characters. And in one day, Vaughn, you made Oba Femi look as big as there could be to me after a loss that I've probably ever seen in professional wrestling. All right. And Jacob Fatu the same. And here's my thing with this. So on Raw today, we knew it was going to have Seth taking on Braun Breaker. Well, we didn't know, but it happened. Seth taking on Braun Breaker. We have the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments that began, right? So you got Penta, Carmelo Hayes, Solo, and Oba. Okay. And then we have the women's side. And we knew we was going to have Jacob after losing. He has to acknowledge Roman. You're going to acknowledge me now. Okay. And when that happened, boy, I tell you something, guys and girls who's listening out there. You can hate on this all you want to, but this shit came off. What's that word everybody use so much that we hate to use? So it was cinema. It was absolute cinema today. Okay. I felt like the old bloodline was back. Okay. And real fast, Roman has beaten his family's ass. Okay. Let's just put this in perspective. Okay. He has beaten Jay. He has beaten Jimmy. He has now beaten Jacob Fatu. And now we know he beat Solo Sikoa. Okay. If they don't get in line where they belong and understand that today watching this, it felt like, Vaughn, the old bloodline was kind of back. I'm not going to lie to you. It felt like the old bloodline was back. And when all this stuff happened, I can't lie, man. It was very good to see like how Roman came out, how they pulled up. main event, Jey Uso talking his smack. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he left already. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob like, yeah, I'm a man of my word. I knew what I was going to do if I took that title and I told my dude I got to be a man of my word. But shut your punk ass up. You know what I'm saying? You keep him still. That's good. And again, guys, Roman is a heel. Roman Reigns is a heel. He made him bend the knee. Roman doesn't wear that. You follow if it ain't a match. You follow on. Jacob. You me as your tribal chief. And Vaughn, today, a few minutes ago, we saw this, and I just have to be honest with you, man. It was fantastic to me to see. All right, I'm being honest. It was. I loved it, Vaughn. I loved so much of it. I did. I loved so much of this. It's ridiculous how much of this I actually did like that took place, because him actually acknowledging them, putting the ones up. I'm looking that he's gonna go back there. Who did that? I'm thinking he's gonna sit here and he's gonna attack one of them from behind. Everybody thought the same thing, right? He's gonna attack one of them from behind. And that's what it's going to be. But no, he did this little shaking thing that he does. You know what I mean? To the point that I loved it yesterday when he did it, right? Little kudos to Michael Cole. He's insane. No, that's not what he said. I'm sorry. He said, something's wrong with him. That's what he said. And I laughed so hard doing that. But this right here, guys, this is old bloodline. Okay? This thing has been going on for over 6 years. If y'all cannot tell me this is the greatest storyline ever, you can hate on the longevity of it all you want to. Right now, honestly, outside of Oba Femi and the bloodline, Roman Reigns, I don't give a shit about WWE. Nope. They have no other interest for me if those guys are not involved. And granted, it's been built that way, and it's sad, to be honest. It's sad that it's been built that way. But it is. Okay? Make some of your comments in here real fast before I go to the next situation. Jacob acknowledged Roman. 7 F5s to Oba. Listen, 7 F5s. It took 7 F5s to beat him. Okay? And not to mention, he fucking snuck him. Okay? Brock snuck him. All right? So that's still wasn't even a fair one, to keep it a buck. Okay? Mass versus Mass shown on Raw. Yeah, I watched it immediately after that. I had saw it anyway over the weekend. But I did love it. What's good, Knoxxx and company? DC the Collector checking in. Appreciate your brother. Perfect Plex, what's up? At least Kaiser smacked up the dude that threatened to call ice on his girl. Again, that's Ludwig Kaiser, because they were going to call ice on his girl, right? So he does have love for the Spanish contention, right? They need the old bloodline back to try to save TKO. They do. I agree. TKO, from what all intent purposes of fans' sake, we've seen this, and it has not worked. The fans have loved it. We have not liked it, right? We can get with this. We like this. I don't think Jacob is fully in. And I respect that, Jeffrey, and I don't think you're wrong. I'm going to paint the picture of that borderline thing. Like, I think what he said is what I'm going to go off on. I'm going to keep my word. Doesn't mean how long he's going to keep his word. But for now, he's playing ball. But listen, if we move on later that night, right? They showed that happened last night with Cody after the show and them looking at it and whatever. And Roman tells him, yo, you've had this title. Go get me that title. Right? And here's some sneaky shit that we did that no one may have paid attention to. Finn Balor got traded for Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's coming back to Raw. Okay? Now, Jey Uso, let's just say essentially, got traded also, right? Or it's the bloodline. They can do what they want, how they want, when they want, as long as they want to. They're the bloodline, right? So if they choose to have them on both shows, I'm not one of those fans that are going to bitch about it because, frankly, SmackDown's too fucking long and boring half the time now anyway. So if you give me bloodline action on a Friday night along with my Monday evenings, I'm cool with that. That's just me personally, okay? So, but he says go get that title, and I don't think he's going to get it, but I love to see that because All of a sudden, main event Jey Uso's falling back in line. So he's more into the bloodline now than Jimmy. Got the fucked up haircut, right? He dropped the curly mullet for the no one was looking Stevie Wonder haircut, and he's calling Jacob out while Jacob said, yo, shut your punk ass up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then he told him, go get that title and bring that title to me. That's bloodline shit. Don't nobody tell me he's a tweener. That's not a tweener shit. That's a heel thing. A tweener is what happened backstage which was good, between LA No, who I do not like, but that was a great fucking segment with him and the commissioner. That was amazing. I did like that from LA Knight. But stay back, Jimmy. I got something else for you. You know what that is? That's something else is him getting his ass whooped by Jacob somewhere down the line, probably. But right now, we do not know, and I love that about this storyline. The bloodline to me, man, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they can do any wrong. I'm just one of them guys who don't think they can do wrong right now. But that happened, and then we got to the King of the Ring qualifier matches and what was going to happen. And I keep it a buck, as they say, right? Coach Phil says I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a wilt, right? This King of the Ring match, when you first saw these, I was like, it's some heavy fucking hitters on that left side of that bracket. Okay, there are some really heavy hitters over there. Okay, and if you look at it right here, you got Penta, Oba, Solo. And how's it coming out over there on YouTube? Are you able to see that picture? Okay, they're over there. Okay, that left side of the bracket, Braun, Dirty Dominic. You know what I'm saying? Trick Williams, Damian Priest. Whether we like him or not, we don't know what sometimes he's like that. Dolph Ziggler of the bunch. And anytime they can have him win it doesn't look too bad because he's still, they like how he works compared to that right side of the bracket, right? But they also made it different where they're fatal four-way matches, okay, for the tournament. That's different. That's new. We asked for different and new. Guess what, guys? We got different and new. I'm okay with that. I love this bracket. Now, someone correct me, right? I thought I read somewhere, I believe Spots said to tell me, I'm not exactly sure. Somehow Drew McIntyre replaces somebody in this tournament. If somebody make that, can somebody clarify that or verify that for me, please? I would really appreciate that, right? But we get this match that that's the first match of the night, and I'm thinking, like I said last night, we talked. I'm like, my initial thought was, Oba has to win this, right? But I also thought maybe he wouldn't win it because maybe Brock would come out and stop him, and that's how they have this long future standing storyline going on. And I even put it in there last night when I put it on social media. It's 1-1 now, right? So this match goes on. I'm thinking it's going to be a squash match, and it was not, y'all. This shit was entertaining. Okay, Solo Sikoa. If you don't fuck with Shug Sikoa, stop. What is your reasoning for not liking Shug Sikoa but cheering for Eric Monte or Kirikana, whatever the hell his name is? Okay, tell me the difference. Okay, because Solo Sikoa, Shug Sikoa is that dude. Okay, he has the big boy, the dick tall, just kicking. Oba gets up. I mean, Raw was fucking incredible. And then he grabs the fucking microphone. We haven't really heard a good promo for him since he's been on the main roster, right? We know he wins the match, but we haven't got a really good promo from him, have we? Oh, we did today. You see the intensity in that man's eyes? Pick up that screen right there. Look at that man's face. The intensity. Listen, I lost. I got back up. I lost. I got back up. I'm going to win, and I'm going to win this King of the Ring tournament. Now, I know people have their thoughts. I think the same way I thought about the John Cena tournament, right? That they didn't have him in. Someone like him, you cannot put in a tournament if he's not there to win. He cannot lose this to me unless some major cattle pride type shit happens to him. Okay? So for now, I'm still going to reserve this to be, I don't think Trick needs it, but I'm going to go like with a Trick, Williams. Someone else is going to win this other than Oba. But Oba should definitely win this King of the Ring. The intensity, this man, I'm sorry, guys. Last night, when he lost to Brock, despite the 7 F5s, I still thought it took him down a peg. Not like certain people I know, Spot text me and all that. Oh, they ruined him. He lost to Brock fucking Lesnar. He ain't lose to fucking Danhausen. Okay, so I mean, it ain't like he lost to Brock. Who hasn't Brock Lesnar beat? But again, for me as a fan, I just understand why you have him beat him at WrestleMania, to have that whole ruse about the retirement, or the rumors are, well, he was going to retire because they wanted him to do this in this match. He didn't want to lose to Gunther. And then so guess what, guys? Hashtag the dirt sheets. Nobody fucking knows unless you're Triple H and those guys in that room. Not no Sand Sap Rogers, not no fucking whoever the fuck you want to put in. Nobody knows. Okay? Nobody knows. Put your 5 stars, Dave Messer, and spin on them. Okay? What I know is what they showed me. Okay? And so from what they showed me, I didn't see why he went for him to have to come back to fight Brock. But guess what? He came back. He lost. As soon as they booked the match, I knew he would lose. Right? But damn it, they're picking back up this much. And again, I know I got wrestling fans, shout out to the Wrestling Council, that's going to say, man, we don't want to see a black man over top WWE. I agree with you. They don't. But they showed out to fucking play me like a yo-yo, and that ain't even my name. So I'm going to play with it. Okay? Don't play with it. I'm going to play with it. Okay? Listen, this is how you make me excited. Now, I'll never forget Kofi Kingston leaving the Brock Lesnar. So at any given time, you can just say, break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. But as of right now, as of today, I'm sorry. This was brilliant booking in every single way. If you're going to lose, this is how you bring somebody back to win it. And I thought they did an excellent fucking job doing it. Moving on is Oba Femi and this. And like, yeah, bring that up for me big right there. Yes. So, Javon Evans, Ricky Saints, I don't see anyone of them winning it. Now, for the sake of the storyline, will Jey Uso win the King of the Ring? Because that's how Roman told him to go do it. I can see him winning that bracket for sure. Okay? I can see him winning this side for sure. I'd like to have seen King Finn. Okay? Or King Javon. But if you're going to go with the Uso, which if he does, the crowd's going to be mad and boo. Right? But we got to start looking past petty little small victories we want and look at what the company wants at bigger matches. And it's a bigger match. Jay best friend versus Cody best friend. Let's get drunk, have shots, and drink this nasty ass vodka. Then you'll get. So that's what leads me to believe that Oba doesn't win this. Maybe we're looking at King Jey Uso. We shall find out. Okay, that's where to me it has to go next. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited to see that. And then this shit right here, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I did not like the fact that she won it yesterday. And it's not that I don't like Sol Ruca. I love Sol Ruca. Okay? I think she's a phenomenal talent to be. It's just too soon after 2 straight losses that she comes and beats the greatest female talker of all time in the history of professional wrestling. Yes, I know what I said, Becky Lynch. But must y'all forget?
She's garbage. I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, oh, great. The garbage has been taken out. I say, hey, I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage. That's not what you say. When somebody takes out the garbage, you say, thank you for taking out the garbage.
Thank you. I literally thought that there was no way Bayley was coming back to WWE. That's how pulverizing that promo was to me. I thought she was AEW bound all the way, and there was nothing you could do about it because Tony Khan had already got his hooks into her, and he was ready to book it. Okay, that's what Tony wanted, and that's what was going to happen. But no, we didn't get that at all. We got what we got, and so Ruca winning this. Okay, I want to know where they go from here because the bill for her, it was just like they just gave the belt to us. Like anytime Becky's here to get the other girls over. I get that. I understand that's wrestling, especially when it comes to the old versus the new crop. I understand that. Come on, wrestling fans. Come on, WWE. It's about how you fucking do it, right? Isn't it about how you actually do it? And getting them over and having the belt doesn't automatically make people want to like you and watch you. It's the climb. I said all the time, it's the Mama Foley's baby boy. It's the Occupy Wall Street, Daniel Bryan Yes movement. It's those big moments that when you finally win something, it means something. Her winning this title means nothing. And I just thought it didn't do no justice for Sol Ruca. I thought Triple H could have done a much better job with her in this, and I just didn't like it. This is more comments before we move on. And Michaela Wonders actually got a segment today, so go with that. What's up, Jeffrey? T5 the Great said, yeah, I thought it was gonna get Jimmy. I thought he was gonna get Jimmy. Yeah, I thought he was gonna smack him right in the back of his fucking big ass head for sure. DC the Collector 100, and Jacob didn't stand behind Roman. He stood behind Jimmy. I love the conspiracy theories. So I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay, that's WWE's fault. They gotta build better storylines. The Bloodline story is getting kind of dusty. I would disagree with that one, T5, because for what it's worth, it really didn't feel like it was a Bloodline storyline for a minute. Right? Jade went on his own. Jimmy was on his own. They had different theme songs. Right? Roman was really by himself, and then he comes back. They make up, which was a very huge moment, right? Fast forward to even recently where we are now with Roman and them, even yesterday rather, I don't even need them to get you. I can get you myself. I think when you're building something so great, to me, it's the same way where you had Super Cena for so long. Right, I know other fans didn't like it. It didn't mock me because I was watching what they were doing. He lost here and there, but for the most part, he was the show. Right, same thing when you had a dominant Goldberg for how long that went on. It worked until it didn't. And again, to each their own. For me, this is all I give a shit about. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the only thing. No Bloodline, no Oba Femi. WWE right now doesn't have my attention. Okay, and Jimmy gonna get nothing. And Jimmy's ain't. I said for a while now, I thought Jimmy was gonna get his own faction. I thought that. I've said that months ago. Jimmy's my Uso. All right, when it comes to the Usos, I'm a Jimmy Uso guy. But I was also proven wrong that Jay was a bigger star. That's not me saying it. That's not us saying it. That's the crowd recognizing it. Like I see what I just did there, right? But the Fatal 4-Way tonight was great on both ends. Yes, they were. And you picked Oba to win this. Great to see that. Becky took out the garbage at WrestleMania. The disrespect. Maybe King Oba, but he goes after Roman at SummerSlam unless Oba officially retires Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. That's what I'm thinking. He officially retires him at SummerSlam. It gives a better story and a better build than what it actually even was for WrestleMania. And it even felt like, from certain people, I know Spot said this to me, it felt as though it was a bigger deal than Mania. And I didn't agree with him because it's WrestleMania. There's nothing bigger than WrestleMania. I don't care what you say, Double or Nothing, All In, SummerSlam. I don't give a damn what pay-per-view you put in front of it. Nothing's bigger than WrestleMania. However, that match build was so quick. There was no storyline building in, I did you didn't. But I took it, but it was just what it was. So it did feel a little bigger. And it does seem they make it bigger now with having the 1-1. And I liked it. Like I said, Oba came out and said all those things. I absolutely loved it. I think Becky is moving on to the main event. And more, what you say? I think Becky's moving on to the main event picture. Well, I hope so. I mean, but to me, what would that be? What's the right? Because to me, this women's bracket is completely built to me to be what it should be. It should be, first of all, I do not understand why Liv Morgan's in this tournament. It makes zero sense. If the person gets to go after the champion and she's the champion, then why the hell is she in this tournament? Can somebody explain that to me, Vaughn? Anybody? Bueller? But Michelle Rodriguez should win this. We already see the distinction between them now as Roxanne Perez, say, lost today. They had Roxanne Perez, Io Sky, the new Julia, which I absolutely hate, guys. I hate what they did to Julia. Absolutely. She was already beautiful. To try to make her beautified in y'all eyes and change her hair color and that stuff, that's not going to make her no better wrestler. That's not going to make us gravitate to her more. It's actually going to make us see now she's ordinary. She had a little bit of a Oscar flair to her. She could have had an Oscar type appearance flair to her that y'all just ruined, in my opinion. No, you're fine. But they go ahead and they win that. Liv said she wants everything. What'd you say? Liv said she wants everything, so they put her in the tournament. Okay, that's still unfair to me to do that. I'm just gonna be honest. It made no sense to do that. It makes no sense because you have it right there already that you could have Michelle Rodriguez win that thing and go after her. Or in this case, even Roxanne Perez to build a new star, right? And have that happen and go after Liv Morgan. But we'll show see. Again, I'm one of them wrestling fans. I can bitch now, but I have the right to hold my thoughts until this actually runs its course. Let's see what happens here. That's how I need wrestling fans to understand. Let's see what happens here. Right? We got Last Legend today, took on, like I said, Julia, Roxanne Perez, and one Io Sky, which I don't like Io Sky at all. At all. You know, I got my grandson doing this. Yesterday, Roman Reigns came out and I put the ones up, and my grandson was trying to put his one finger up. He literally, I have a picture of him when we put our hands up, me and Michaela Wonders, he put his hand up. He was trying to put his finger up and he couldn't do it. But I love that. Like, go ahead, grandson. I love it. You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. But won by Io Sky. She wins this. She's moving on. I do not get this, but hey, as I said, I reserve the right to hold that thought and see what happens next. And then Raw ends with the match that was just, listen, Raw was fucking good. I thought they had 4 matches? They had 4 matches on Raw tonight. And that was the fastest 2 hours I had seen. Listen, Seth and Braun put on a hell of a fucking show. That man speared Paul Heyman through a fucking barricade. Seth Rollins, and I get we say it all the time, but I liked it this time. The pedigree over the table. And then the mid-air collision from the outside the ring off the announce table. You couldn't get no better than that. You just really couldn't to me. I just thought it was a really good show. Raw was. And after that debacle to me, that was, I won't say debacle, I still unfair. Underwhelming. That's the question. That's the word. The Clash of Italy was. This is how you picked it up. This is how you got my attention, because now we know they move on from here. This storyline is completely over. Or is it? Right? The LA Knight situation. Right? Brilliant. Right? I thought that was great. It just flew by. So yeah, I was at work watching it, but it still flew by. It still flew by. So listen, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Michaela Wonders, This Week in Wrestling History. And then we're going to get out of here with Clash of Italy and our opinions and thoughts on that show. But up next is Michaela Wonders, and we'll be right back here, y'all, with the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Girl,
Welcome to What About WWE? I'm Michaela. We are just worrying about WWE Clash in Italy. It was probably the biggest letdown of the year beside WrestleMania Night 1. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, I was extremely let down from Clash in Italy. 5-match pay-per-view, I believe, and only 2 matches were good, and they weren't even that good. And those were the women's matches, which was Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, and Ruca and Becky Lynch. And Ruca and Becky Lynch, I personally think that was a good match, in my opinion. And I enjoyed the outcome because Becky Lynch lost. Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill's match I thought was good. Obviously, I didn't enjoy the outcome because Rhea won, but we all knew Rhea was going to win, be honest. If y'all thought Jade Cargill was going to win, then I'm just asking how. That's it. I thought that, other than that, it was a really boring pay-per-view. Like, for something that they hyped up so much, I thought it was really boring. Cody Rhodes, I thought he was gonna lose his match. I did. I need him to lose the title. I need his story to end. I need his Rhodes to be blocked off, please. I thought Gunther was going to make him lose. I thought Gunther was gonna lose, and he surprisingly didn't lose. But Cody retained his title. Really, I thought that match was a big letdown. And they started it off with Cody. But they had to, because we all knew Roman was going to end the night. So they kind of had to start it off with Cody and Gunther. Brock Lesnar and Oba. Brock snuck up on Oba, which was insane because he F5'd Oba, I think, 7 times? And it was insane. They F5'd him, I think, literally 7 times. Either 8 or 7 times. And he snuck up on Oba. Which means my dad said that they're gonna do it a third time. Oba, I'm rooting for you. Put Brock back into retirement. Please. Put Brock back into retirement. For real this time. Please. Roman Reigns and Fatu's match. It was good, okay? But for tribal combat, it wasn't. It was boring. Nothing happened. It was really just a no-holds-barred Extreme Rules match. Roman kept it entertaining because it's Roman Reigns. He kept talking and he kept it entertaining because it is Roman Reigns. But other than that, it was a letdown for a tribal combat match. But either way, Clash in Italy was a letdown, and as you guys know, I can't really talk about it like this, so let's go back over to the real guy with me.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show. That's 3 X's because he's hardcore. Present This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast, and Perfect Plex Talk Radio to give you the week of wrestling history. By the way, happy June 1st. We're the halfway point of the year. So, but anyway, June 2nd, 1987, at an event in Buffalo, New York, the Honky Tonk Man defeated Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to win the WWF Intercontinental Championship to begin at that time the longest reign with that title in WWE history. He went on to hold the title for 454 days. Of course, that's before Gunther broke the record. But anyway. And on the same day, 1998, the Junkyard Dog, also known as Sylvester Ritter, also known as the Junkyard Dog, was killed at the age of 45 in a car accident in Forest, Mississippi. And so Ritter was a WWE Hall of Famer and one of the most popular babyfaces of the 80s. And of course, on the same day in 2014, the Shield imploded. Of course, the night after defeating Evolution, 3-0 elimination rules. Of course, where Batista would quit the group. And of course, Seth Rollins, Triple H announced Plan B. Spoiler alert: that Plan B was Seth Rollins as he blindsided, the Shield and broke the group up. June 3rd, 2002, on Raw from Dallas, Texas, Bradshaw defeated Steven Richards to win the WWE Hardcore Championship. On the same show, Shawn Michaels made his return to WWE television as a member of the NWO, and Stone Cold battled Ric Flair in the main event. June 4th, 2017, two titles changed hands at Extreme Rules and, of course, the Royal Farms Arena, Baltimore. First, The Miz won the Intercontinental Championship from Dean Ambrose. And of course, Steel Cage match, The Bar defeated the Hardy Boys, and Steel Cage match to win the Raw Tag Team titles. In the main event, Samoa Joe became the #1 contender for Braun Strowman's Universal Championship after winning a fatal 5-way against Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. June 5th, 2006, WWE announced they officially acquired the libraries for World Class Championship Wrestling and Stampede Wrestling. Eventually, they'll be offered as content on the WWE Network. Of course, on June 6, 1993, Shawn Michaels defeated Marty Jannetty to win back the Intercontinental Championship. They lost to his former Rockers tag partner weeks before that. And of course, this is also the debut of Diesel as well. And of course, as far as birthdays, June 2nd, AJ Styles turns 49. Lex Luger turns 68. June 3rd, Jade Cargill, turns 34. June 4th, Mikey Whipwreck, turns 53. June 4th, on the same day, Gorilla Monsoon will turn 89. June 5th, Nova turns 53. June 6th, Drew McIntyre turns 41. And Ahmed Johnson turns 61. That's the week of wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show. That's 3 X's because he's hardcore. Present This Week in Wrestling History with King Von. Yo.
And thank you for that, Michaela Wonders and Mr. King Von Jr., 720 on the Twitter. Make sure you follow my guy, 301 Victorious Ones podcast every Wednesday, 7 o'clock. That's my man holding me down, 100 grand right there. The show, he's the reason why they call this a show the pros listen to. You don't believe me? Ask Jericho, ask Ronnie Lott, ask Barry Sanders, ask Shawn Michaels, ask Carmelo Hayes. They listen, baby. They listen. All right. So, but last night or yesterday afternoon, we did get Clash of Italy or Clash in Italy. And it led off with this. Honestly, it was a good match, a terrible ending. I don't like that, but I like any wrestling that keeps a storyline going. So people say terrible. Let me rephrase that. It's not terrible. It's not an outcome people wanted. So therefore, people calling it terrible. No, it ended with his feathering. Ref didn't see it. He has a legitimate gripe to get a rematch. That's how wrestling go, right? And then we get, to me, honestly, the match of the night, right? Michaela Wonders, I'm sorry. All right, this was the best match Jade Cargill has ever done. Not just in AEW, not with her and Jordan Grace. And is Jordan Grace hurt? She must be hurt because we ain't seen her. Okay, this was the best match she had. I didn't like the outcome. I knew she would lose. And again, my problem with Italy and all these overseas places, they love the black man. They cheer for Trick on Friday Night SmackDown. That shit was incredible, the aura that he had and possessed. But then she comes on, they boo her. They boo Bianca. They boo Naomi. What the fuck? Did I not understand the black woman is the mother of the earth? But I'm sorry. I got off a little tangent. Black girl magic rocks. All right, I build black girl magic around my house. All right, but listen, still a good match. Best match I thought, like I said, Jade ever done. Then we got this match again. It wasn't a bad match. It had 7 F5s in it. All right, including going through the table. He got up like the Undertaker. Oh no, like the Undertaker. He got up like Tyson Fury. All right, it was a 10 count, but he got up at 9 and got in the ring at the same time. Okay, but I thought Brock Lesnar destroyed him. I did. This was worse than when Brock Lesnar brought and introduced the road to Suplex City against John Cena. It was F5 City. They just did to make another t-shirt. F5 City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch is what they did. All right. Oba Femi got his ass whooped. But they listen, again, I said it, they picked it up today. I thought if you're ever gonna lose to a legend, to a Hall of Famer, the one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever walked the planet, it's not a hard thing. Ain't like, again, he didn't lose to Danhausen, y'all. Okay, that's not where he lost to. All right. What other match we had? Then we had this match again. It was decent for what it was. I mean, it's Becky Lynch, but I just didn't think that Ruca should have won the title, and only because of the way they built her up. She literally lost 2 matches since coming to the main roster, and then she loses this one. I just didn't think that was a good look. And then, of course, Tribal Combat. It was actually pretty good. It was let down because we all thought this person's going to come in, this Samoa's going to come in, you know what I mean? And, they didn't, right? But again, if you look at the talking and doing Roman Reigns' matches, they're some of the best matches put on. You cannot argue to me, or you can argue anything. Anything's debatable. He is a top 10 talent, top 10 wrestler of all time. I said it before. He's borderline Mount Rushmore. He is borderline WWE Mount Rushmore for sure. Right? If he's borderline Mount Rushmore, he's definitely WWE Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He is put himself, in my opinion, Hogan, Cena, insert the third person you want to, because that's going to be debated whether it's Taker, whether it's Shawn Michaels, right? I'm gonna put both of them over Bret Hart when it comes to WWE, just because. Okay, but there's Roman. And if he ain't number 4 on your list, he better not be lower than 5. Okay, he's reaching all-time levels. And somebody said, if what do you mean by wrestlers of all time? You mean sports entertainment wrestlers? I'm sorry. Are we not all watching entertainment? Right? Tell me somebody that said that Dean Malenko, who was a lot of people's top 10 wrestler of all time, Daniel fucking Bryan, top 10 wrestler of all time in the squared circle. But overall top 10? No, he's not. And I have at least 7 Daniel Bryan fucking t-shirts. Okay? There's a reason why you can say Dean Malenko, Voldemort. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Chris Benoit. Great as hell in that square circle. Of all time? No, he's not. They're not Kurt Angle, who has the entertainment factor to go with the in-ring ability like an AJ Styles. And AJ Styles is the top 10 in-ring performer of all time. But he's not higher than Roman Reigns' overall perspective of top 10 wrestlers of all time. There is a difference, people. There is a difference. You have to understand that about professional wrestling. Not about what I want. Not about what you want. Y'all know my favorite movie of all time, love story, is The Notebook. The greatest line in the movie says, can you stop thinking about what I want? What your parents want? What he want? What do you want? That's Wrestling Problems fans. It's always about what you want. It's not about what you want. It's about what they give you and how it's performed and how you like it, because it's wrestling, right? It's wrestling. This ain't like my Eagles who made a dumb trade today and gave up A.J. Brown for fucking peanuts in a basket. This isn't the fact that all of a sudden the New York Knicks are going to the World Championship and they're going to lose. Hey, New York, fuck you. Still go Birds. Okay? That's why I wore this jersey today. Fuck New York Knicks. And I love Jalen Brunson and them Bulls. Them Bulls play great basketball, but can't do it. Won't do it. I'm from Chicago by way of Philadelphia. And if you're from Philadelphia anyway, you say fuck New York and you say fuck Boston. It's what it is. Okay? When it comes to sports anyway, not having fun. I love New York in a fun way. Make sure I clarify that, y'all. Just your sports teams. Fuck your sports teams. All right? But damn, Roman's that damn good. Clash of Champions, or I keep saying Clash of Champions because it's there first, right? Clash of Italy may not have been a top of all time. And I'm going to say it again. No, it wasn't better than fucking Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing was amazing. If you did not watch Double or Nothing, I suggest you go back and watch Double or Nothing. Every match was fucking incredible. And it flowed. And it flowed so well. But what WWE gave me, oh man, I was here for it. Today especially. They made up for it, and I loved it. Psychologically, of Roman smacking Jacob's fingers, the plot of Tongue was amazing. Roman certified his top 10 in this. DJ Smitty from Chicago, my man, Southside all day till we die. You're damn right. Okay. I just don't get, like, wrestling fans, man. And I thank you. It's because of you I still do this. Because you are so fucking stupid. Okay, not all of you, because this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. But I do not get people hating people, like in real life, like I hate, like hating people. It's wrestling, man. Like, am I actually going to really go out here and hate Zendaya because she played a terrible drug addict on Euphoria? No, she played a role. She got paid to play a role, and she played that role fucking awesomely. Very sad ending if you watch the show. Very sad ending in Euphoria. Okay, right? But it's entertainment, people. Man, I fucking hate Tom Cruise. Man, the way he plays fucking Ethan Hunt, fucking hate him. I'm a James Bond guy. I like James Bond and like Ethan. I can't have an Xbox and a PlayStation. I can have an Apple and an Android. I'm saying I have to have one flaw here. It's professional wrestling. I said it earlier. You're going to sit here and cheer for that mass versus mass match in New Mexico? Where New Mexico? I might be wrong with that. Where were they at? It was like a whole Mexican audience I saw. It was in Mexico. Okay, thanks. In Mexico, where there's having two non-Mexican, non-luchadors fight for a mask, and we all know how they look because it's supposed to suspend your disbelief. So yeah, like who you like, don't like who you like, boo who you want to boo, cheer for who you want to cheer for. I'm here for all of that. But when you start to say things are not great because it didn't go your way, I understand it. That's what I tell my people at work. Hey, ma'am, you don't have the money to pay today? I get it. This is a hardship program. I understand. Wrestling is a hardship program. I love Kofi Mania 1 second. I stopped watching wrestling for 6 months come October when he lost to Brock Lesnar. Not because he lost to Brock Lesnar. It was how they had him lose to Brock Lesnar. It has to make sense. And I thought this past weekend, the past 2 weeks in wrestling, I thought honestly made really good sense. Going back to Double Nothing one more time was great. Clash of Italy did its job to get you over, which to me their job was, and I said this before in the past, I'm going to reiterate it right here, Vaughn. The shows that happen overseas are not for the real audience. They're getting paid to go do a job. And they put a job on, they perform for that opening crowd. But what really took place is with the show that takes place every single week. And that was, because Clash of Italy is new. That's not something they just had before. But Monday Night Raw isn't. Right? So they had to fix it and make Raw important. And I think they made Raw very important. And I think they made up for it all. That's my take on everything today, guys. And I'm going to buy ass up out of here. I want to thank you again, as always, for tuning in, being a part of the Mike Knoxxx Show, being part of the $1 Million audience, and sticking with me all these years and all this time. I really do appreciate that. But it's a lot of stuff going on right now, personal wrestling. Like I said, this King of the Ring tournament is off to a very good start. The Queen of the Ring tournament is off to a very good start. And I think we're going to look at good things here to come. And they're going to finish this off in a little over 2 months. June 29th is the next live PLE. So they got a lot of space between that. Let's see what happens there. But listen, do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. Damn, you AJ Brown just left my team. And not know forever and a day that it's all about. Yo, Mike Knoxxx, who you going for, my guy?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
And just because I play that and let you know up front all the time that I'm unapologetically
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
doesn't mean you shouldn't understand the fucking message.
Message.
Can't wait till Friday to go see a scary movie this weekend, but I'm going to go see He-Man first on Wednesday. But you keep waking up thinking you better than me? Like on Euphoria, please do me a favor.
Stop it. Get some help.
And you keep thinking you're better than me. I keep telling y'all, pull up anytime you're ready. I've been doing this shit longer than you.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
So whenever you're ready to have a debate, a smackdown, a promo off, whatever you guys want to call on your little bitty networks,
just bring it, bitch.
I'm out of here, y'all. Fingers.
Bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. YouTube or Google me. Turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it. I just had the balls.